So, according to me, what I understand from the concept of the free will is that it is my ability or any human's ability to make a choice. But then, I was just reading the Quran, and I read, and I will quote you for you in Surah Insan, ayat number 30. But you cannot will to do so unless Allah wills, and indeed Allah is all knowing and all wise. Now I get confused. The free will, does it proves that the free will is under, to some extent, under the influence of him, which does not make it free for me to do something. If I choose to do something, it has to be outside the constraint of his power for me to necessarily to have the free will. It is a necessary factor that it should be working outside his constraint of power. Is it like this? I mean, where do I actually draw the line here? I really get confused when I read this ayat.
You don't. What's your name?
Eliana.
How do you spell that?
Hello?
How do you spell your name?
Eliana.
Eliana. Okay. Where do you live, Eliana?
Karachi.
Okay. Is there a law that you follow inside Karachi?
No. It's my choice to live here.
Oh, I know.
Sorry, voice is,
Is there a law? There are legal systems you are living inside Karachi with, right?
Yes, it is. There are.
You drive a car and you see a red light, you have to stop?
Yes, I do.
Why? Why do you stop?
Because I guess I have to. It's the rule to live in a society that you must follow the rules.
It's the law, right? Yeah. So if you kill somebody, something's going to happen and they're going to put you in jail and kill you as well, right? That's the law.
Yeah, I guess it is fair.
Yes. Yeah, well, of course. So there is a legal system that you are under, right?
Yep, I believe.
So the law is whatever you can do within. So the boundary under which you are playing, whatever you're doing in Karachi, is that boundary which is determined before you were born, right?
Yes, I guess.
So there are so many things you want to do, but you can't because it's against the law, right?
Yes, that's the question. Does it really compromise the free will? Because it must.
I'm not done yet. Hold on. I'm going to tell you something. Don't worry.
Sorry.
So, are you free to live in Karachi?
Yes.
But there was a law. There's so many things you cannot do.
Well, yeah, if you put it that way.
No, I didn't put it that way. You put it that way. The Quran is putting it that way. You asked me, what does that mean? So I told you, this is being put that way.
Yeah, but that's the rule to live in a society. In the jungle, there are rules that are different, So I'm living in a civilized population.
I didn't ask you whether you're living in a jungle. I just gave you an analogy of Karachi. Of course, if you were not living in Karachi, I would have given you a different analogy, right? So just like that, there are different levels at which. Let me ask something. Are you asking this question out of your free will, or something is forcing you?
Out of my free will, of course.
But are you breathing out of your free will?
No, that is out of my control. Yep.
Yeah, your heart is beating without your control. Are you sure? Can you stop it? Can you make it go faster?
No, that is involuntary. Last time I checked.
Yeah, exactly. Can you understand the difference between involuntary and voluntary? Obviously, you just have two examples, right? So you can do a lot of things which are voluntary and a lot of things which are not in your control. Even about yourself, you can't even, make your heart beat in a different way, right? Or make it stop. Yeah?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So there are two different levels. The outer level, which is controlled by something else, somewhere else, Allah has put a lot of controls there. That's the law. Okay?
Yes.
Your heart beating, your breathing, your circulation, your respiration, your digestion, everything which you're not doing. Mother Hora is being done. And it's being done so perfectly. It just does not go wrong. Right?
Yes.
And there are a lot of things which you are doing on your own, which you think and you want to do, you don't want to do. But there's some certain things you cannot do because you cannot make these things stop. You cannot make your lungs stop oxygenating the blood, right?
But sir, yeah, but I would not be accountable for that on Judgment Day either. My question is,
No. You're not going to be accountable for anything which is not inside your free will. Don't worry.
yeah,
Okay.
that's my question.
Yeah. So Allah is saying that we've given you a lot of limits. Within those limits, you can do a lot of things. So if we did not give you those limits, you wouldn't have been able to do that. तुम तब तक चाह ही नहीं सकते जब तक अल्लाह ना चाहे. ये उस आयत का मतलब.
For example, okay, let me put it this way. For example, if a person chooses to tell a lie, and if I take into consideration the Surah in Psalm 30, then Allah wills first, and then the person could will later. So,
No,
in the judgment,
Allah will
person,
means here. Listen, read the Arabic. The Arabic is very clear about this. Allah is saying, Allah wills to give you both these choices. आप वरना इन दोनों में से कोई एक चीज भी नहीं चाह सकते. अल्लाह ताला ने ये दोनों चीजें आपको अल्लाह की चाहत में, अल्लाह की इजाजत में है. अल्लाह ने तुम्हें इजाजत दे दी इंसान को कि इन दोनों में से कोई एक चीज चूज कर लो. ये अल्लाह की इजाजत है, वरना तुम चाह भी नहीं सकते. Okay?
all right. So the person telling a lie, how do I take it? Like Allah is not willing him to tell a lie, and still he's able to tell a lie, or Allah is willing him to tell a lie, and that's why he's telling a lie.
Allah is willing कि आपका ये option आए to either tell the truth or tell a lie here. That is an option given to you. Those two options are the will of Allah.
No, sir. I'm asking actually something else here. I'm saying, for example, a person is committing any sin. Is it like out of his free will, his personal choice? Is that free will working outside, or is allowing it to work outside his power for the person to commit that sin, or doing something that he wants to do, like
Listen, Aliana, if somebody wants to commit a sin, Allah is going to allow him to do that. Okay?
But
And
then the person is not entirely accountable on the Judgment Day because his free will is to some extent influenced here, isn't it?
No, it's not. Only that guy can say something to Allah that I wanted to sin, but you didn't allow me. Only that guy can go there.
Had he not allowed, I would have done it. I wouldn't have done it either. Can he not say this?
No. If he had allowed you to do a sin, he also has given the opportunity not to commit that sin as well. ये दोनों options Allah ताला हर गुनहगार को ये दोनों options मिल रही हैं, okay?
But all right.
कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं ना जिनको listen. Some people are there who never get an option to commit a sin, but they're very. Let's not go there, okay? Let's not go there because you're not talking about that anyway. Just about everybody is getting the options to either commit a sin or not. Now, Allah is not making you commit the sin; He's allowing you.
Yeah.
And at the same time, He's making sure that you're going to get the option of not committing that sin as well. Okay?
All right. So the ability to control Adam's choice comes under his power and his divine will for committing that sin that he committed in paradise.
Okay. Can you say that again? The first part of the statement: Adam's choice or Adam's action?
To eat from the tree. The ability to control Adam's choice comes under his free.
Adam's choice नहीं बोलेंगे, Adam's action बोलेंगे ना, ताकि grammar. Because Adam alayhi salam's choice was to either eat or not eat as well. Both choices were given to him. It was not just one choice. Okay.
Did he bring this event into action too? He must have.
Who is he? Allah or Adam?
Yep. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Did he bring this event into action? He must have. It has been written in the mother of the book, the divine tablet, that Adam would go there and then choose whether he wants to eat from that tree or not. So, this entire event, is it written?
Yeah, which is that mother of the book?
Because that really compromises, he's been taken there.
Listen, just because Allah knows and wrote in some book doesn't mean that we are going to do it because Allah wrote it. Allah wrote it because He knows what we're going to do out of our own free will, okay?
Yep. I do get it, yes.
Yeah, just because you've seen a movie doesn't mean that, whatever's going to happen in the movie is because of whatever you're doing. You just know the movie. Okay?
That is predestination. He knows everything in advance.
Yeah. Well, he knows all the permutations. That's the word. Okay, that's not a choice. It's called permutations. All the possible permutations of any action and any opportunity, right? Any decision. So he's written all of them. So that's the control. That's what Allah says. कि तुम क्या चाहोगे? तुम तो कुछ चाह ही सकते हो, अल्लाह ने चाहे. अल्लाह ने सारी permutations लिख दी है पहले से. All the options that you could have possibly have thought about or done, all of those options, possible options, right? Already have been written down. So all the path that you take based on whatever decisions, already. You logged into some computer to get into this session, right? Logged into some cell phone. You had a choice not to be there. But both of these options are called permutation. Both were written down already. Okay? So if you take this path, whatever's going to happen between you and me, whatever's going to happen because of the dialogue between you and me and all of the people who listen to this video, all of this is written down already. That's the big book of permutations. Okay?
All right. So can I safely assume and say that free will is entirely free, like it is not in any way compromised or influenced or anything? It's completely up to human, whatever.
I will safely say that when it comes down to you and yourself, yeah. But if there's going to be a second person involved, then there's not going to be that level of freedom is going to go is going to taper down. Okay.
Is going to taper down. That means that my choice is compromised there in that case, because now.
Yeah, as long as there's nothing else involved. But yeah, you will be free for your own self at all time. Don't worry. Otherwise, why would you be questioned?
So yeah, the areas where divine intervention take place, the human is not really responsible or accountable on the judgment day for his action, whatever he is forced to do or chooses to do.
If you have no choice, there is no question. There are some points in your life which you won't be able to have any choice but to make some decision.
All right. But in some conditions where someone has a partial choice, not a complete choice.
Now that's a discussion I can have with a lot of examples, which I don't want to take right now, but no, there is no such thing as a partial choice.